What's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? My name is David Franco, and I am back with another Nintendo Switch 2 video game unboxing. And yes, this is a Switch 2 physical game. This is not a game keycard. I've made it clear on this channel. I'll say it again in case you're new here. Me personally, I'm not that bothered by game keycards, but when I do have the choice, I do prefer purely physical over game keycards. And this is really cool, guys, because, well, first of all, I've never played a Rune Factory game. Never have. I was never really interested until I looked into the Switch 2 launch titles, and this one really caught my eye, and I'll talk about why in a moment. But this is also cool because it's two versions on one game card. The Switch 1 version and Switch 2 version. So that means I could technically put this Switch 2 game inside of a Switch 1 and vice versa, and it'll work. How awesome is that? Like, that is really cool. I really wish more companies would actually look into pulling this off, because imagine if you want to, lend this to a friend or family member, whoever, but they don't have a Switch 2 and they only have a Switch, Switch OLED, OG Switch, Switch Lite. You know what? For some reason, I keep thinking the Switch Lite doesn't accept game cards. I keep thinking it's like a digital only system. It's not. You just can't dock it. But yeah, that just goes to show you how often I actually use my Switch Lite. It never gets used. It just sits there. But it's a cool little handheld. Anyway, guys, I'm excited for this. And yes, this is kind of my new thing. I realize opening or unboxing a video game on camera is not that exciting. But hey, I figured why not do it? Because moving forward, every single time I buy a physical game or a game keycard for my Switch 2, well then by golly, I'm gonna make a video on it because it's my chance to yap. I am a professional yapper after all. Yes, I have that in my resume. That's a joke. And plus, this is my chance to just talk about video games. I love gaming, guys. I've been gaming since the 80s, which is longer than probably most people watching this video. I'm almost 40 years old. I'm getting up there. I'm proud of it, though. I'm proud of it. Meaning I will be gaming until the day I die. Anyway, there you go. Again, this is my first ever Rune Factory game. This is Guardians of Asuma. Asuma or Azuma? I'm assuming it's Asuma? I'm not sure. But hey, fun fact. A lot of people out there say Forza. It's not Forza, it's Forza. Think mozzarella, it's Italian, right? Mozzarella, Forza. You don't say, hey, baby, give me some mozzarella cheese sticks. Hey, baby, I want to play some Forza. No, Forza, mozzarella. So maybe it's Asuma, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just kind of throwing it out there because now and then people are like, yeah, but that's not how you say Forza. Yes, it is. It's Italian. Look it up. The more you know. Anyway, yeah, guys, I was never into Rune Factory, but apparently this takes elements from games like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, pretty much any RPG out there, and combines all of those elements into one RPG adventure that encourages you to build your village, grow crops, manage inventory. Guys, I am all about that. The only thing I'm not crazy about is the art style. I'm not really into the whole anime thing, but I'm not going to let that turn me away from enjoying this game because I will say, I spent the full price on this. I won a little bit of money in Atlantic City. I won over $200, so I've got quite a bit of cash on me lately, and that's rare. I rarely use cash. But I was at Target today, and I was like, you know what? They only had, I think, 2 copies left, and I talked to some dude with the personality of a potato who tried selling me on the $9 protection plan, because according to him, guys, get this, come here. According to him, he has dented his video game cartridges in the past. And I just kind of look at him politely and say, look, dude, I'm good. But hey, then again, this is the same employee who tried to sell the protection plan to my dad, who bought himself the Switch 2, also at Target. Because according to the employee, the Switch 2 has been having a ton of issues. Now, the only real issue I've seen so far is the battery swelling, and that's extremely minor. Employees, why even bother lying to your customers? I highly doubt you're denting your video game cartridges. And if you are, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I have always taken great care of my stuff. So yeah, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma. I am quite excited to jump into this. Oh, look at this. You actually get a little booklet. That is cool. So a lot like Cyberpunk, you actually get a little extra. Now, is it in color? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very nice. Check that out. I will never, ever read this, but it's cool to have. I mean, honestly, if I'm looking up tips or gameplay videos, then I'm just gonna go to YouTube. I mean, guys, come on. Reading in 2025 is just not a thing for me. I would much rather watch a video. But this is a really nice touch. I mean, come on. The fact that they've included something besides just the game is awesome. And here is the game card itself, not the game key card. There you go. Now, does it taste like magic marker? Yes, it does. Ugh. Why do I keep doing that to myself? And on the back, if you guys are curious, just to give you a brief description, I'm going to read these 2 sentences right here. Make a home and life in 4 seasonal villages as you travel the land on a grand adventure. I did briefly look at some comments on YouTube of, I think, this video, and a few people said that fall is the best season in this game. So let me know, is that correct? Fall? I mean, personally, I like all 4 seasons in real life, but I'm definitely a fall and winter guy. And design and develop villages and use Earth Dancer powers to restore nature. And there you have it. Oh, and fun fact, this is the first physical game I have bought myself in retail in years. Like, I don't even know the last time I physically went into a store. I asked an associate to get the game out of the glass case, and then I paid for it with cash. Guys, what a time to be alive, because let's face it, I am absolutely spoiled by Amazon, but because I won some cash in Atlantic City on slot machines, I was like, you know what? I've got this cash. My bank isn't exactly local anymore, so why not just spend the money? And I do plan on buying myself Yakuza, or Yakuza? I think it's Yakuza, for the Switch 2 as well. And that's only 50. This, I believe, was 70. Now, to end the video, it's not because I'm not excited to play this, but I gotta be honest, this is probably gonna sit on my shelf for a little while, because I still have not played Cyberpunk on my Switch 2 yet, but only because I was away on vacation all last week, and I didn't really want to jump into a very deep open world game like Cyberpunk while I'm on vacation. Instead, I played Donkey Kong Bonanza, some King Oddball, and of course Animal Crossing. But Cyberpunk, man, I'm telling you, I just want to sit down on the couch and enjoy myself, because I had a really bad launch experience on PC. Didn't really enjoy it on PS5 because I found myself just flying through the dialogue. But this time, I swear, I'm just going to sit down and immerse myself in the story and actually pay attention to what's going on and try to relate to the characters and actually take the game quite seriously. But I can't guarantee I'm going to love it. And I can say the same thing about this. I can't guarantee I'm going to love it, but it sounds like the kind of game I'm going to love. So we'll see. So guys, what are your thoughts on Rune Factory? Again, I've never played any of these games. So yes, this is the first one in the series for me, and perhaps last. Hopefully not last. And guys, one more time I gotta mention, don't forget, this actually works on Switch 1 as well. That's incredible. Developers, take note. This is cool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for plenty more Switch 2 content. In a way, I'm just getting started. I'll see you then. Peace.